Nos encontramos esta tarde en el lanzamiento del libro del autor Ibrahim. Esta tarde aquí, patrocinados por la organización Ria en la universidad. Tell us about this new book you are launching today.
In this book, we are trying to break, few shares. It is mainly against what we know, what we used to know as global. Now it is time for local, and transnational is the business term, strategy term for what global means for business. So we are talking about globalization trends, but without ignoring or recognizing the importance of national. The importance of what is local today. Because no matter how global a company can be, customers remain local. So they keep their national traditions, cultural beliefs, habits, and obviously this affects their consumption. But
it's very important for London, it's a multicultural city. We have lots of people here, business and we have emerging culture. As you mentioned something,
yes, I do mention Latin America is a good case because there are so many Latin American immigrants and also minorities in the US. And the US is the major market for remittances, particularly money transfer. So they are central to this process, along with South Asia. These are the largest markets for remittance corridor, as we call it.
You tell us this is the second book published.
Yes, this is my seventh book. I had a couple of edited books and some co-authored books in the past. And in the last 2 years, I published another book on remittances, financial crisis and remittances. And before that, we worked on a book which was published by the University of Texas Press. It was titled Cultures of Migration. And we wanted to emphasize it is increasing mobility. We should stop calling people migrants from now on. We are just mobile. We are everywhere. We can be anywhere and anywhere and everywhere around the world. So we should just underline the importance of mobility and all those transport.
Are you experts in economics and policy? Any advice for the business knowledge here?
I do work on economic and political aspects of it, but I'm more of a social scientist, so I cover quite a bit of ground. I teach international marketing, I do work on remittances and international mobility.
Okay, those interested in get to approve the publication, how they do it?
It is available through bookstores, it's available online. It's Springer is one of the major business publishers, so people can also take advantage of online discounts. If you buy it online, it's I think 40% less expensive. I am based in London. I am a professor at Regent's University London, and I am also a director of Regent's Center for Transnational Studies. I am working on Ria as a case. Because Ria is one of the unique transnational companies. They have a special formula that is to calculate the transnationality of the service. And we are counting in that calculation 77% transnational. This is why I picked Ria as a case. Exactly.
And it's well known, especially we saw intelligence. We saw how service worldwide. Thank you very much for your
learn and develop our understanding of transnational world. Okay? As an academic institution, Professor Sakichi's endeavors are hallmarks of why we at Regent's University London hold close to our hearts events like this to celebrate the small steps in learning that we take in order to gain giant leaps and bounds of knowledge and learning. I would like to thank our sponsors this evening, Ria Financial, and in particular, my follow-on speaker, Mr. Sebastian Pullins, the European Director of Ria Financial, for taking time out of his busy and hectic schedule and to fly all the way from Madrid to be with us here this evening. So with nothing else to say for me, except to hope you will enjoy the talk, and it will be, I'm very grateful for your presence, that I now ask Sebastian to say a few words. Sebastian.
Thank you, Professor Jonathan Liu. Thank you very much, Professor Ibrahim Sukishi. For me, it's an honor to be here. I want just also to name a couple of people, important people that are here with us. Thank you very much to Veronica Stuttgart from the International Association of Money Transfer Network. Thank you very much to the... So, we are here to talk about this book, and I read it. Professor Jonathan Liu told me I will make some questions, and I read it, and it was very good. And I would say that trying to extrapolate what I learned over here and trying to interpret what we see over here, as I was wondering to present some things. So please, one. Okay. This is Ria. For the ones that don't know Ria, we are the third largest money transfer company in the world. And what is a money transfer company? A money transfer company, we enable, we facilitate, we move the funds from immigrant people that work very hard, usually in developed countries, and we move the money to developed countries. So basically, as you can see over here, this is the map of the world, and in orange you can see all the countries where we operate. For my dear fellow colleagues, this is something normal, but if you stop a little bit and think about it, this is huge. This is huge. And if you see one thing that is very important is how we build this. How we were able to build this empire. What were the skills that we developed to achieve this? And one of the most important things I would say that was this: transnational marketing. Understanding the transnational consumer. Professor Sirkeshi tried to educate and refresh and tried to differentiate. That's slightly different between an international company to a global company, a multinational company, and a transnational company. And let me tell you just the definition regarding the difference between all of them. International companies are basically the ones that are established in one location and then they export. The typical export-import company, international companies. Global companies are the ones that invest abroad, but basically is the same product. Like Coca-Cola, that is basically the same product always. Multinational companies, multinational companies, yes. A typical example is Procter & Gamble, that they invest in all the countries and basically they create products for that local country. They have a local responsiveness. And what are the transnational companies? They are complex companies. They are the ones that try to mix and balance between local responsiveness with economical scale. Despite we have 25 years, I would tell you a story 7 years ago, I would say that Ria was a multinational company. We were operating in all those countries. We established our operations over there. And each of the country managers were like a king or a queen, in the sense that they control the country and they decide everything about the country. They adapt the product related to the needs of their customer, and basically we didn't have anything that was controlling the product, or basically the decisions that we're making locally. We were very, very, very decentralized. All the decisions were taken very, very local, and that was great because we were very connected with the communities. I was talking with the lady that runs the consulate of Colombia. She said, Ria has been here in UK, an instrumental company and partner of the consulate of Colombia. I was talking with Paco, that he runs in Iberico, a Spanish newspaper, and he told me, hey, I have been with Ria from the early beginning. And if I start talking with many, many, many different people, it's the same. We have been very, very close to the local community.
The little marketing book and the event came about from my research on international migration, as some of my colleagues from the college would know, on human mobility and remittances. And this was pretty much where we met with Sebastian and Ria colleagues as well. And the idea was to introduce an innovative concept, whether it will work, whether there is a room for such a concept, and see how it is received. I got lucky and convinced the editors of Springer, one of the major business and management publishers, and coincidentally, they have this series, new book series, they call Springer Business Briefs, aiming to get across some novel research and new thinking and scholarship, mainly targeting business leaders, executives, managers, and practitioners. So it is really, again, a good proof for us to see so many Ria colleagues are paying attention and interested in this little book. So who is that lady? I have no idea. I just searched for a nice photo on the internet and she came up. Linda Gratton, she's the author of the book The Shift. And the concept of transnationals is not a new thing. It exists in the literature. It has been in existence, according to some sources, for about 100 years.